Honey, I'm injured.
Why?
I got caught in the brambles.
Where?
Back at my ankle.
Oh, that's not smart.
Nuh-uh. Hey guys, we have had a very exciting Saturday. In fact, a very exciting weekend in general. One of the things is that although this room is not finished, we now have curtains and bunk beds set up, so it's looking pretty good in here. It's finally sort of coming together as a room. Annoyingly, we haven't got the colour on the walls yet, and that's going to be a little bit delayed for a reason I'm going to explain in a second. But the first thing is, out of the blue, sort of, I mean, I was basically asking what sort of position I'm in on the allotment waiting list, because the plan was that I was going to use the garden for a bit, expecting the waiting list to be super long. And then I found out I was second on the list, because now we've moved into this area. We got bumped up the list because we are now residents effectively. So that was super exciting. I was like, oh, second on the list, that's not going to be long at all, hopefully. But obviously it depends when people come and go, so could have been a while. But today, in fact yesterday, got an email saying, well, actually we do have a plot available for you. So went up to see that today. It looks real good. It's not even overgrown at all really. It's got some trees there already, which is lovely. So yeah, very excited. I've basically said yes to that, and I'm just waiting for the email to basically sign the paperwork, and it's mine, which is amazing. So it's only 20 quid a year. It's a quarter plot, so it's not massive, but it's probably the perfect size for me right now. Also means that there's going to be a lot more space in the garden to actually sort it out, which is good, because at the moment I've got a lot of plants on the patio, which is sort of hindering the progress of getting the patio sorted. So that can all go up the allotment and be out the way, which is fab. And yeah, just very unexpected really. Did, however, see a big old hornet up there in the daytime, which is a bit concerning, but I think it's because it's probably queen and it's just come out of hibernation and it's setting up its nest. But you know, they are actually good for the environment, even though I'm terrified of them. So as long as they're sort of friendly, it's not a problem. But yeah, did not really expect to see that today. But the allotments up there are so good. Really nice layout. I'll put some photos after this bit and you can have a little look at how cool it is. I only took one photo of the plot today, but I'm sure I'll be getting more in the not too distant future. Yeah. Oh, that's a buzzy bee.
Huh?
That was a very loud bee. Made me jump. And the other benefit I've just realised of getting the allotment as well is at the moment I have nowhere that I can set up my sort of, it's not a big greenhouse, it's one of those plasticky tarp, whatever it's called, type material ones, but at the moment there's nowhere in the garden for me to put it, and I've been waiting for a while to find somewhere in the garden it can go. That can go straight up to the allotment, which is fab, and then that can just be temporarily used for like my jalapenos, which are still on the windowsills and are taking up now 2 rooms worth of windowsills. And yeah, I can just basically get a lot of the seeds that I wanted to get started but just don't have room for. We've got some potatoes that are sprouting, which can now go up to the allotment because I don't have anywhere here for them. Yeah, it's just brilliant. And the second exciting thing is I have a heck of a lot of stuff, which you might be able to guess from the picture on this bag. Tomorrow, Jack and I are going to pick up a kitten, which is so exciting because I've wanted a cat for such a long time, but in our old house we were on a busy road and it just wasn't worth the risk because we didn't really have much of a garden, and for the cat to go out anywhere it probably would have had to cross a lot of roads. Just didn't really seem like the best option. So where we are now, it's going to be perfect for a cat. Whilst there is a busy road up the road, realistically there's so much round where we are that it's probably not going to go that way, so hopefully it's all going to be fine on the roads and everything. But here's a few pictures of the kitten that we're collecting. Very excited, and basically my plan now is, it is 9:30, so I probably should have done this earlier in the day, but yeah, it's 9:30 and I'm gonna start assembling everything that we need for the kitten. And then the other crazy thing is, look how gorgeous this sky is. Look at that colour. And it's everywhere. It's just so pink and pretty. And I can't believe how deep this colour is. It's actually nuts. Super beautiful. But now it's time for me to get everything out of the packaging and stuff and get it all set up for the kitty in here. So guys, everything is set up and ready. I'm talking quietly because poor Jack is already asleep. He's been hit hard by hay fever today, and I did have it really bad earlier, but the antihistamine is doing its job, so that's good. But yeah, everything is ready, so let me quickly show you what we got. I have also suffered really badly with hay fever today, so I'm really struggling to talk, and like I feel a bit out of breath, but I think that's because I'm trying to talk and not really focusing on breathing, so it's been a long day, but it's been a really good day, very exciting. Yeah, spent, I think it was over an hour in the end, wandering around the allotment with the lovely lady who runs, or not runs it, but is sort of like one of the main people up there. So she was really friendly, had a lovely time, but we've been out in the sun. Like, I am quite pink in, even though I put factor 50 on, but yeah, I am a bit sunburnt. Hopefully that goes down, but we'll see tomorrow. She managed to get in there that time. How high can she get? Okay, I'm glad she likes the scratching poles because they scratched me when I was trying to assemble this. Oh, can you get up there?
Please don't fall. Oh my god.
Oh, she did it! Scared how big you're breathing. Oh. Oh, sweetie. Not the coffee.
Yeah, I was going to say, hold the coffee.
Not for you. Nope, not the coffee.
Hey,
Not
hold
for
the
you.
coffee.
Can you hold the coffee? Not for you, bro. Anything you can play with, huh? Including your food. Excuse me, the rest of your food's in your bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going? You have a little parrot. Don't fall off. Where are you gonna go? Oh, you did make it up there. Good kitty. Oh dear. Okay, please don't go any higher than that. Let me come back down here. That sounds better. That's it. Oh, careful. She's trying to reach around both sides. Nope, Katsumi's it is. Hey guys, it's been a little while since I last did a video. I think the last one was actually before we got our little kitten Alleria, who is currently being a little devil, aren't you? What's up, little sweetie? Had enough din-dins? But yeah, she's been keeping us busy. But if you might remember, this washing machine was actually here. To get this over here, we thought this space would be exactly the same size as that space, because why wouldn't it be? It was in fact not. It was 1 centimetre too short. So basically what we had to do was take off the skirting board, which is now fixed the hole under there. The bit that was under there is now fixing that bit there to stop this little devil from going underneath. But yeah, we had to knock this to one side, which meant cutting some bits in the floor. What's up, little sweetie? So yeah, we had to just jiggle that over, cut a bit of the floor off. But now this is fitting here much better than how it fit over here. And the new dishwasher is on the way. Still got some plumbing to do to get that working, but all is good. And then the other exciting news was I got the allotment. So as you can see, I've got a few more seeds cooking. Just been planted today. Apparently sage takes a year to grow, which I didn't realise. So glad we've got that growing, but that will be something that's not ready until next year. And then here got some sweet corn, peas. Those are two big things I thought wouldn't have space in the garden for this year, so very glad I got the allotment. And then some flowers. So I just wanted to see what the marigold and the nasturtium, both look very pretty flowers, but yeah, we'll see how they go. But these are going to be moved up to the windowsill upstairs, and then hopefully they will germinate, ready to go up to the allotment in the not too distant future. So most of these seeds are from Garden Pack, which is quite cool because you get, it was only £10 and you got this big old bag of seeds with loads of different things. I've still got loads left, so probably will keep those for next year. I don't think I'm going to have time to, or space yet, to get all these sorted, because even though I've got the allotment, it's all grass at the moment, so it's going to take a little bit of prep work to get it ready. But what's handy about these is that you can literally go on the app, tap on the seed that you're looking for, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. So this one actually does have it on the back, which in some ways would be more helpful, because I can just pick up the packet and be like, what do I need to do with this? But with these you have to go on to the individual things, but it does have sort of ongoing care for each one, which is helpful. And if you get the subscription, I've got 3 of them on the free subscription, and it will basically remind you to water them and tell you what you need to do at each stage, which is very, very handy. And also, you know, if you've got an allotment and you don't have space to store seeds up there, you might not always have your packet with you. So being able to just go on the app and just check what you want or what you need to do is very, very handy. So guys, I'll let you know how these get on. This is the first time I've ever used Garden Pack. I feel like I might have used almonds before, but I'm not 100% sure. But the cucumbers that we got from here were really good. So I think, ow, what are you doing? Devil cat. I think she needs to go to bed. I think someone's overtired. But yeah, hopefully these will germinate well, but we'll see, and I shall update you with how they look in about a week's time. So all of these are going to chill on the windowsill. We'll see how those get on. But I forgot about the incident, cat zoomies, that occurred this morning. So you might be thinking, where did those 4 tiles go? Well, they're currently chilling in the bucket. And the reason why they're chilling in the bucket is because they actually fell on Jack's toes whilst he was in the shower this morning. And I had literally showered just before him, so nearly could have happened to me. I'm pretty sure some of the other tiles are loose as well. So, in fact, you can really see that one's already coming off. So that one's about to pop off as well. Also, the fact that these 4 here are now not supporting the tiles above, also very concerning. So yeah, that was a bit of a shock. Poor Jack's toe did actually get cut open, so there's a big wound in it, which I've had to tape together. And yeah, you can see all these broken pieces. So basically one of the sharp bits must have gone straight into his foot. And I had to buy some wound sealing tape to stick it back together. So inquisitive. So basically at the moment we actually have 2 showers out of action. The one in our ensuite is still broken. We need to get the electrician over to swap out the switch mechanism thing in there for that one. And then obviously that one is currently not safe because more tiles are likely to come off the wall. So we are going to hopefully patch it with maybe some duct tape and a bag. But before we do that, we need to see how many are loose and if more are likely to fall off the wall. And judging by the sort of colour of them and the sort of things that look a bit like gaps, I think it's going to be quite a few. And if that is the case, then we just won't shower in there because the cut on Jack's toe is nasty. I'm not going to put it in the video because it is quite the gash. So this room is still very much kiddie central. She's actually drinking water, which is a change. She doesn't often drink water, so glad she's keeping hydrated. We did have the cat tower in our room briefly, but we moved it back in here because it seems to send her into a bit of a frenzy. And obviously our room is for sleep, so yeah, I'm going to try and keep this as sort of the cat playroom. She absolutely loves this tower that has balls that she can push around. She's actually a very good kitty. I feel like you've caught her at her overtired time for bed stage, but we're not going to bed just yet, so hopefully she'll stay awake for a bit longer and then conk out when we actually want to go to sleep. Alleria, do you want your toy? Also, just like a little toddler or a little baby, she is definitely teething at the moment. She is just chewing on absolutely everything, including us, but she does like her little chew toy. Also, now that we've had some of this pet stuff for a while, there's definitely some things I would recommend. One of them being the cat tower, which was really cheap and is really good quality. And there's other things like this mat, which needs a bit of a clean, but we had her food bowl on here and her water. The reason why it's actually so dirty is because when she gets zoomies, she was just charging straight over it, which was not ideal. The other thing is this mat, which is a bit squished at the moment, but it catches all the little bits of litter that sort of end up being flicked out. Very handy and keeps the floor nice and clean, as well as this litter tray as well. That was also quite a good buy. This box is cheap, but it really did the job. And yeah, I'll link all these toys as well. She really loves that teddy particularly, which her granny bought her. And this, yeah, she has spent hours on this tower. drown the poor thing. Hey guys, so as you'll see in the next few clips, I finally got into my allotment, and big help from Ollie and Jordan, who helped me carry all my plants up there and get them all planted as well. I did drag them up there yesterday and this morning to get a few bits done, but yeah, massive help. So all my tomatoes are actually in the ground now. They're out of their pots. The pots were a little bit too small anyway, so really good that they're in the ground. And then I've got some cucumbers, which I think when they're a little bit bigger, they will probably also be going in the ground somewhere. There's a lot more to do, as you'll see in the next few clips. Like, there's not a lot of space for actually growing at the moment. So yeah, I'll sort of explain a little bit more about that later. Ollie is currently digging a trench for the tomatoes. Go on, keep digging. That's a nice rectangle, actually.
Thank you. I dug it myself.
That is some really rich soil. Excellent.
Put some rocks as well.
Go on, Ollie. You've got this. I put them right in. So guys, it's pretty dark up on the allotment site at the moment. We've just about got everything done before the sunset. We have started to clear some of this, so this was all grown all the way around. But now we've got some of it clear, so that is going to be easier going forward. But there is some quite nice fruit bushes and stuff in here. I've definitely seen some other raspberry canes over here. So I decided to stop streaming, and also in here is a big tangle of old brambles and sticks and stuff, so you can't really strim through that. So that's going to be fished out before the rest of it is cleared. But with the big help from Ollie and Jordan, we've been here a lot longer than I planned. I thought it would be a really quick job, but we've basically brought the vast majority of the plants up from my house. So we've got all the tomatoes, which are actually in the ground now rather than in their little pots. We've got some cucumbers growing over here. These will probably also go in the ground, but for now they're staying in the trays. We'll see how they do. All the tomatoes look a little bit sad because I didn't water them before I brought them up here to make them lighter and easier and not as messy. These two are staying in pots for now because we didn't have quite enough space, and I was very conscious of how long this was taking. But all the raspberries are up here. Got some little garlic in a pot down there. So yeah, I mean, this was all just grass before. So for a first day, I don't think this is too bad. Lots more to do, but a very good start. There's quite a few of them. So that one looks like it's more close to being an actual ladybird.
That's cute. Oh yeah, there's some over
And there's
here.
more here. I'm thinking they like this tree because there's aphids on it, which is also very good for me because I need ladybirds to eat all the aphids. Oh look, this one's nearer like full maturity. You can see how they've changed.